Subtraction. We're going to practice a few subtraction problems on the calculator, but before we begin, we want to try an easy example to make sure that the calculator is functioning exactly as we expect it to. The example we've chosen is 8 minus 3 because we easily know what the answer should be to that problem. On our calculator, we're going to hit the all clear button to make sure there's nothing left in the calculator that would interfere with our solution. We'll hit 8 minus 3 equals, and we get 5 exactly as we would expect to. For our next problem, we're going to try a money problem, $28.59 minus $5.93. Coming to the calculator, I'll make sure to clear the calculator out, and I'll enter $28.59, being careful to use the decimal in the correct place, minus $5.93. And when I hit the equal button, I get $22.66. You can see that this will be a very useful feature when you're working on things like your checkbook. Our next example is also a money example. We have $49 minus $18.50. So I'm going to clear out my calculator and I'll write $49 minus $18.50. Now when I hit the equal button, I see that my display reads 30.5. That doesn't look like a money answer to me. I need to have two places following the decimal to make it look like a money answer. So when I have 30.5, that probably won't make sense to you in terms of money. You need to add a 0 so that you have two places following the decimal to represent the cents in your answer. So $49 minus $18.50 is $30.50. Our next example is an example that only has cents in the problem. We have no dollars to put in. I'll clear my calculator to start, and my first amount is 92 cents. I'll do this in the calculator by pressing 0.92 minus the second amount, 32 cents, 0.32, and I'll hit the equal sign. Again, I have an odd answer. I have the answer 0.6. What that means is I have no dollars. The 0 means no dollars, and the 0.6 refers to the cents. Once more, I'll want to make sure that I add enough places after the decimal to make this look like a money answer. So I'll have 0.60 or 60 cents for my answer. When you're putting subtraction into the calculator, you want to make sure you're going to interpret your answers carefully so that they answer the questions that are being asked. We have a subtraction problem up here that's a fairly complicated subtraction problem. 455 minus 38 minus 98. Before I do anything on the calculator, I want to have an estimate of the answer so that I have some idea of what the answer should look like on the calculator. I'm going to do some rounding. I know that 455 is very close to 450. And I'm going to really make a big round on this and say 38 is pretty close to 50. I do this to make an easy estimation subtraction problem. 98 is fairly close to 100. If I do the estimate, I have 450 minus 50, which is 400, minus 100, which is 300. So I would expect my answer to fall somewhere in the range of 300. Moving to the calculator, I'll hit the all clear button to make sure my calculator is ready to start this problem, and I'll enter the data. I'll put 455 minus 38, and when I hit the minus sign again, you'll see that I get a subtotal, minus 98, and I'll hit equal for my final total of 319, an answer that I would have expected based on my estimate. If you do the estimation step before you start your subtraction problems, you'll have a good idea if you used your calculator correctly on these problems.
Three of you decide to go skydiving. The cost for the three of you is $425.35. If you give the clerk $500, how much money should you get back? Let's watch the skydivers. Let's figure it out. The skydiving for 3 cost $425.35 for 3 people. They gave the man $500. How much money should be returned? Now, this is a simple subtraction problem. The big issue in working with a calculator like this, and obviously a smaller one at home, is make sure you put in the right numbers. Because if you don't put in the right numbers, obviously you're going to get the wrong answers. So in pressing these buttons, always make sure. So he gave the person $500, and we're going to subtract then 425, and don't forget that decimal point, 0.35. And so we have it right here, 425.35. So you double check. Equals, the cost is $74.65. So if you gave the person $500 and it cost $425.35, you should get back $74.65.
Please pause the video now and complete the problems in your workbook. When finished, press play, and we'll continue with the next lesson.